Hi, Jenai Lane, founder of Spirit Coach Training, and my dog Joy there in the background. She came in to say hello. She always does that when I get on the videos. Um, so I wanted to talk a little bit about intuition and how it can literally save your life. It has saved mine on more than one occasion. And I'm going to share a story that happened actually recently where I received intuition through clairaudience. So I could hear it with my inner ear guidance coming through. And it was actually, oh, I'm so grateful. I am so, so grateful. I was driving home from some friends in Sedona late at night. And in Sedona is a dark night city, meaning there are no overhead lights. So it's at night, it's very, very, very dark. And I'm driving through, it's late, no one's on the road. I'm driving through this kind of mountain road. It's very curvy. I'm going pretty fast. And I'm just, wanting to get home and kind of, not really fully present, you could say, in that moment. And I heard intuitively through clairaudience a voice say, pay attention, slow down. And it was very loud, just very loud, very direct. And immediately I followed the instruction. Immediately I slowed way down and I became hyper aware. And with my peripheral vision, I saw out of the corner of on the right side was this giant buck running at the speed of light. It was running so quickly and it was running right in front of my car. So literally, I slowed down just enough to not hit the buck and it ran through. That would have been a head-on collision with this beautiful, beautiful buck. And literally, that intuition saved my life and the deer's life. And I'm so grateful for that. So there is a way that we can begin to cultivate our intuition so that we can begin to hear. And clairaudience is when we're hearing guidance through our inner ear, so to speak. And that's just one form of intuition. There are many other forms. But if you are getting in a sort of it could be clairsentience where you feel, oh, I'm not supposed to walk down that dark alley right now. It's not a thought or a belief, it's actually a feeling in your body. Or you might have what's called claircognizance, where you get this direct knowing, this you just know, it's just an instant knowing. And those we often dismiss the most because it's so quick, so quick. But if you start to just hold an intention, and the intention could be, I'm going to pay attention to my intuition. And when I do get a hit, a knowing, a feeling, a clairvoyance, a visual, a clairaudience, a sound, I'm going to pay attention to that and I'm going to follow it. And why that is so important ultimately is because that is the voice of your true self. That is the voice of your higher self. And we want to follow our intuition because our intuition knows as a soul what our path is and how to best navigate the human journey. So listen to your intuition in whatever way it comes for you, and as you do that, it will increase, it will strengthen, just like a muscle that you build. And I like to keep what's called an evidence journal. And in the evidence journal, you write down every time you get an intuition, and then you write down if you followed it and what happened. And why I call it an evidence journal is when you start to go back and you read it, you recognize when you did follow your intuition, it it really worked out well for you, right? And sometimes when you didn't, and that's okay too, it didn't work out so well. And you start to see a pattern that is our intuition is really accurate. It's really correct. And it really leads us down our highest and best life path. Thank you so much for listening, and namaste, dear ones.